Is Mr. Base Science coming in hot from Playa Santa Teresa? Guys, it's my final day here. No! I wanna stay at the beaches. Guess what, then the place I'm going is also got beaches. You thought I was gonna leave here after a 1 week? Anyway, it is my final day in Santa Teresa. Playa Carmen, Playa Santa Teresa. So I thought I would make a review for anybody who wants to maybe come here, because I heard a little mixed reviews about the things of this place. When you go to the Google box to search, how's life like? How is life like in Santa Teresa, Costa Rica? You get little mixed opinions, mixed reviews from the Redditors and bloggers alike. And I gotta say, sorry, this is my first place I have ever been in Costa Rica. It's also my first place I have ever been to the tropics, and I haven't traveled in 5 years before this, and I needed to get my ass out of Finland fast. So I might be a bit biased because my review of this place, 11 out of 10. It's perfect. It's everything Mr. Base Science needs. It's everything that a human being can ask for to feel good. The women are beautiful. The sun is shining like a motherfucker. It's 10:30 a.m. right now and it is hot. UV index probably around 8 already, 9, and it's just getting hotter. Now, the weird thing is, this is the peak, the very peak of the off season, which is September to October, and I read it was supposed to rain the most amount of in September, October, so the time I came here. So the prices were pretty damn nice. I showed you on that $40 a day video what you can get. But as you can see, it is perfectly sunny, and it has been 3 days of perfect, and I mean perfect, tropical sunshine. And all of the other days, the 3 other days, I got multiple hours of sun. It has barely rained during the daytime, like barely, very, very little. And those little rains, they're pretty refreshing, I gotta be honest. Most of the rain, the thunderstorms, they are during the night time, and it's actually pretty cool. Usually I go to bed like 7 p.m. already, because it gets real dark at 6 p.m. But I have been sitting on my pool, watching the sky. There's some fireflies, those are cool. And then there's some thunderstorms kind of lighting up the sky. And also the stars. There's so many more stars here than I can see in Finland. So just the freaking light show in the darkness is also pretty cool. But like I was saying, it is the peak off season and it is like perfect weather. So keep that in mind if you want those cheap prices, because this place can get a bit expensive during the high season. Now, what people that don't really like Santa Teresa anymore, they are saying that the Americans, surprise, surprise, the Americans, they've been fucking up this place. Also the tiny hat people, the Israelis, the double trouble, the tiny hats with the Americans, they seem to be on to a lot of not good things on this earth. And a lot of people on Reddit especially said that those type of people, they got taking over this place, made it way more expensive than it should be, make it way more touristy than it should be. But I gotta say, yes, there is a lot of Americans, And yes, I have seen some tiny hat people as well. I actually have a funny story about meeting both of those groups here. Maybe I share them. But all of my interactions with the Americans and the tiny hats have been very good. And like you can see, the population density is very low here. And when you understand non-native EMFs, the 5Gs, all of that, that's extremely good for your health. Now, population density very low. Also, the environment, 10 out of 10. The best environment a human being can ask for. So that combination alone is like 11 out of 10. So like I said, there's not a lot of people. You can have your own little private beaches, so you can turn them into a nudist beach. So you can get the sunshine where the sunshine in the modern civilized world does not shine. That's why we got all these prostate problems and titty cancers and all that. Anyway, that's another story. So, not a lot of people, and everybody I have seen, the Americans, the tiny hats, some of the Europeans, some of the new age hippies and the ticos, the locals, everybody is super nice. Everybody's vibe is on point. Everybody is way more natural here. Like the vibe of the people is way more natural. There's none of that fake smile, that fake American small talk smiles like, hey, how you doing? And then they stab you in the freaking back. There's none of that shit. The locals, they're super chill. They're very nonchalant about the tourists, but they're very helpful as well. It's extremely safe. Like, I see a lot of young females traveling alone here. Very, very safe. There's not been one moment I have not felt safe, and obviously nobody messes around with Mr. Best Science. I carry that kind of energy here. But a lot of solo female travelers here, and they seem to be doing all right. The guys don't harass them. And yeah, like I said, a lot of beautiful people. This is the most amount of healthy looking people I have seen in 5 years because I have been in Finland. Everybody looks like the best version of themselves here. Everybody looks super healthy, except maybe a couple exceptions. But everybody's smiling. The couples are kissing. Like there's love in the air. There is just the vibes are unmatched. Let's just say that. And Mr. Base Science loves that. Because in Finland, you cannot get that. You cannot get that. There's no wild human beings left in Finland. Very little. There's very little healthy people left in Finland. Everybody very low dopamine. Now there is a little bit of low dopamine behavior here. Like a lot of those tattoos, those kind of small tattoos everywhere with the local people. That kind of sucks, ruining their solar panels. But whatever, those people still seem way healthier than people who get tattoos in the Western world. So you can get away with a lot of stuff here that you cannot get away in worst places. Let's just say that. So that's the safety, that's the people, that's the vibe. The nature, like I have been saying, is over 9,000 out of 10. The nature, we are now chilling under a coconut tree. You see a lot of wildlife here. Like the place is just oozing of wildlife. I have seen, you just can't see a lot of wildlife here. I have seen 2 different kind of monkeys, all kinds of crabs. Now if you don't like dogs, if you are scared about dogs, well, get over it because it's worth it. But the dogs are roaming around free which I like, because their owners don't make their dogs their little slaves on the shackles. They let their dogs be real natural dogs, and the dogs also, they are super happy. They're just running around, trying to eat some crabs, going to the sea, rolling around on the sand. The dogs are probably healthier here than the 95% of people on this earth right now. So that's been pretty cool to see. But if you are scared about dogs, the dogs are nice. Don't be scared. Get over it, dude. And this is a great place to get over it, because this place raises up your dopamine if you are outside. This place raises up your testosterone. I can tell you that much. I'm gonna talk about those physical health benefits in another video in the coming days. 1 week, 7-day review what I have already felt in my physical well-being, spiritual, emotional, all of that shit. Anyway, so that's that. Like I said, I have seen so much wildlife. The nature is just unreal. The beaches in Santa Teresa, Playa Carmen, Playa Santa Teresa, Malpais tide pools. There's a lot of different kind of sea. So if you walk a little bit, you can see there's some rocks, and you can get some tide pools there that I filmed one of my videos. You can go check that one out. The tide pools are super cool. Then there's like these sandy beaches. That's just a lot of sand going there. And then there's like very wavy surfer kind of beaches. But if you like snorkeling, this might not be the place for you. You can do some snorkeling adventures from here, but they cost a pretty dollar bill. You have to pay at least probably $50 to $100 to go some snorkeling adventure. But there's not really snorkeling on these beaches. These are more like for surfing and just chilling around. Swimming is not that great here because of the waves. The waves are pretty big. There's some riptides that can suck you out of the sea. So if you are not strong swimmer like me, don't push your luck. Let's just say that. But to me, these beaches are like the best beaches I have ever been, and I have been to a lot of beaches in Mediterranean. But it's just like so picturesque. Like everywhere you look looks like a screenshot on your computer screen or whatever. Everywhere you look looks like a freaking I don't know, wildlife documentary or whatever. So the beach is very good. A lot of variety if you walk a little bit. And like I said, it's very easy place to come if you have not been on Central America before. You can get by with English easily here. Obviously, knowing some Spanish would make some things easier, but I don't really know that much Spanish yet, and I have been very comfortable 100% of the time. So you can get by with English, no freaking problem. You got all kinds of special products if you want some expensive water, or you want some raw fermented coconut oil that Arjun's Wonder Planets used to recommend. I have seen that here. It's pretty expensive. But you can get all kinds of special products like tallow, beef tallow, ghee. I have not probably seen raw milk here, but who freaking cares? So yeah, this place has everything that a human being needs and more. It is an amazing place to come to recharge or charge up your batteries, heal from any disease you got. It's just a great place overall. 11 out of 10, like I said. Highly recommended. It's not been ruined, at least that's my opinion. There's some Americans, there's some tiny hat people, but who freaking cares? Not a lot. I have seen one chemtrail only, so that's been nice. It was over the sea, so maybe it's international waters. So maybe that's the Americans chemtrailing the international waters. But only one in 6 days. I have only seen one 5G tower, and that was a far away walk. And when you understand how 5G works with population density, how much these trees, how much this grounding mitigates the 5G effects, it's no big deal freaking here. No big deal at all. Amazing place, highly recommended. Base science, stamp of approval. Yes sir. And now Mr. Base Science needs to go conduct some more science over here. This is my science lab. Does not get her what the fuck? Does not get her much better than this.